Today I thought we'd do a little bit of a twist, something we don't usually do. Flank steak is generally a pretty tough cut of meat. And most people think unless you do it low and slow, it's just about useless to try and do anything. But one thing I discovered was that flank steak cooks just fine and tastes unbelievable as long as you produce a marinade. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take a lemon and rosemary marinade with a flank steak, and then we're going to grill it up and show you what it's like. First thing we've got to do is put together our marinade, because as we mentioned earlier, a flank steak is a very tough, fibrous cut of meat from the lower rear part of the animal. So in order to cut it where it becomes a nice, tasty, soft cut that we're going to have today, the secret is the marinade. Now you can make marinades of just about anything you can think of or want, or how you want the flavor to come. If you want it to be a little more, let's say southwestern, put a little more chili pepper, maybe some habaneros. Well, maybe a little too hot for many people, but maybe just a little bit of jalapeno in there. Asian, let's make up one with say some soy sauce, a little bit of ginger mixed in, that sort of thing. Be creative. Come up with a marinade that's something you like and give it a try, and then you know what you like. Today we're going with lemon and rosemary, two very flavorful herbs and fruits for our marinade. And this is all it takes. You can mix all this first in a non-reactive bowl of some sort if you prefer. I just take the baggie itself, little plastic Ziploc bag, and into that bag we're going to add 2 lemons, the juice of them along with zest. I fully zested the lemon, in other words, zested all of the skin off, then took the juice out of 2 lemons, put that in the bag. A 1/4 cup of olive oil, put that in the bag. Then we're going to have 2 garlic and then minced, add them in there. Make sure you get all of that flavorful garlic into your marinade. Then we're going to add about roughly 2 tablespoons, it's not rocket science, of chopped fresh, not dry, fresh rosemary. Add a tablespoon or so of salt, not rocket science again. Some freshly ground pepper, about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon maybe. Forgive me, I keep forgetting to keep it where you can see it. And what I do is then mix this solution up all over. Then we get the flank steak out. Take our cover off of our flank steak. Oh, it looks like it's a nice one. Pound and a half. As big as one, but I found the bigger you get, the harder to find bags the right size that'll fit this nice. Then seal it up and slosh it around, get that good marinade all over that flank steak, because as I mentioned, that's the secret to this flavor. So get it all over, put it in the refrigerator for anywhere from ½ hour to 4 hours, the longer the better, and you turn it over every once in a while to make this cover the other side. Put it on a plate, put it in the refrigerator, see you in about 4 hours. First, of course, heat up your grill. This one's smoking up quite a bit. We moved it into the shade, hope you'll forgive me. We're a little over 100 degrees here today, not unusual for down here. But first thing you do is heat it up, open your door, and get you a nice hard bristle brush. Get all that old debris off. Don't want that on your new steak as we throw on. Then take a paper towel, a little bit of olive oil, and oil up those grates. That helps it so it helps it not to stick. to the grate until it's cooked enough to crust up and not stick on its own. Next, we're going to get our steak that's been marinating for several hours. Take it out. And lay it on your grill. Now don't just lay it flat, kind of a 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock angle, see what it is like there. And then after it gets a little bit of a markings on it, we're going to rotate it. That's how we get those nice cross hatches in the steak. Okay, now I check, see, yeah, it's getting nice and set. Rotate about 180 degrees. Remember the 10-7 and the 11-4 somewhere, just so it's off. That'll give us those nice grill marks on the other side. Now we got to check it. Yeah, see our cross marks. That's good. Turn it over. Now what I do is I generally turn off the heat, the flame that's immediately underneath, basically making it an indirect heat. And then it had less chance of flare-up. Time to give it a check. Looks, smells great. All that marinade cooking off. It is time, I think. Let's check it with an instant read thermometer. You got 135 to 145. And yeah, we're just right on the nose. Plate it up and bring it in, and we're going to tent it. Okay, we brought our flank steak in. One thing left to do is we got to tent it for a while. We're going to cover it with a little bit of tin foil, and it's going to cook a few more degrees, but more importantly, all of the juices are going to pull back up into the meat. Be back in a few minutes and we'll slice it. Okay, our meat should be ready now, our flank steak. Take it out. Put this foil over. Oh, look at that. Now, if you'll look at it, notice you can see the grains, the meat, the grains goes this way. The way you have to do it is make sure that you cut against that grain. Get something to hold our plate solid for us. And as much as you can, try and cut on the bias, mean a little bit of a sideways motion. As thin as you can slice it. And this looks good. Well, there you go. Our flank steak is all nicely sliced, perfect for sandwiches. It's got juice from the meat as it tented off there. It is absolutely a great cut of meat, even though most people don't think to try the flank steak. Give it a try sometime. Well, there you have it. This has been a lemon rosemary marinated flank steak done on the grill in not very much time at all. Marinade is the secret, remember that, in using flank steaks for almost anything. Play with the marinade, add different flavors to it, and you too can have some amazing flavors and cuts to experiment with, all with the same steak. Give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks for stopping by, taking time to watch this. See you on the next one.